Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to part three of my singlehood to motherhood story that I'm sharing. And yes, today is another location. I've tried so much to skip, but private plans are ongoing, work and the rest. That's the reason for the fluctuation. Apologies and for everybody who has engaged with my part one and part two. Thank you so much so far. If you haven't, check on my Instagram, check on my YouTube channel, and go and watch. Today, I said that my next one will be the story of my recovery. Like I said in the last video, I said I had CS, unplanned CS, and then I so my CS method was the staple method, and it took me 20 days for them to remove the stapler. For those, let me just say, for the first 25 days, I didn't take a bath. I did not bath. For example, we don't know about this. CS warriors don't bath for their first 20 days. I haven't been swollen all over the place during my pregnancy. I was very, very, very cranky. I was very, very swollen and heavy. One of the things I told my mom to do for me was to damp me with hot water. She pressed my body, even on the sick bed. I was still in the hospital. I begged her. I said, please, I need myself back. Just use the hot water towel to rub my body, press me on my faces and the rest. And yes, she did that. It really helped me because after I took that bath, I was able to stand up and I was so free. All the heaviness, all the swollenness, it just subsided. It helped me. I did my cleaning up by myself as soon as I was able to stand well, and then as soon as I left the hospital, I would stand and I would wipe myself. So I wiped myself for the first 20 days. Like I said earlier, the exercises and the rest that I did before I delivered, it's pleasing because while on the second day I walked around even to the outer part of the hospital on Sunday evening. Yes, I gave it on Saturday. I left on Tuesday. I came home on Tuesday as a CS mom. Feeding on Sunday. As soon as I could stand up to sit by myself, I told them, you know what? Give me my baby. I want to breastfeed. My mother-in-law was like, baby, bring him. I want to breastfeed him because I already had the intention of doing exclusive for my baby. Bring the baby. Water wasn't coming out that time, but I kept on. I was persistent. But I said no. Even the little ones. My colostrum, I didn't extract my colostrum into a bottle. No. I gave it to him from my breast. On Sunday, he was just dropping a tiny bit, tiny bit. My mom, such an amazing woman, she didn't want to discourage me. So she would like, continue. But I'm tired. She now said, bring the baby. Let me give him a little bit of formula. The moment your supply increases, we would stop the formula. On Monday, I supplied. I was beginning to get the rush from my breast. I was so happy. Served as an encouragement to many other mothers around me. Most of them, they were still doing formula because all of us on the ward that time was, so they were still doing formula. The moment they saw that formula was coming later in the day, and then the baby was feeling full to try. So there's most of them threw away their pump. By the way, I had pump later, but I did use pump in the hospital. I wanted him to get the colostrum from my breast. I think for like 2 weeks my breast milk was buttery. It was so yellow, and I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. If you don't know, the colostrum from your breast is one of the inheritance your baby is going to get from you. That is the first immune booster that the baby is going to get. Don't let them lie to you. It can get contaminated. It can get infected in the bottle. Let your baby suckle it from your breast. And one of the things that I did to prepare myself for the exclusive I wanted to do is that I was always washing my breast. Little. I kept on bringing it out. It's a small breast, but I didn't take chances. I didn't have breaking. I didn't have cracking of my breast because whenever I wake up in the morning, I do two things. I carry ori, I rub my belly, and I carry nipple balm, I put it on my breast. So the place were always dehydrated, and then my husband started to he helped me out until when he started discovering that there is leakage. So water was coming out, so he stopped. Man, why would you do that? But he stopped. I prepared myself. I would check. I did examination by myself, and when they would check me, they saw that my nipple was already very, very obvious. It wasn't big, it was protruded. When you are pregnant, just keep on bringing it out by yourself. It will help you, I'm telling you. And another thing that I did to help with my to prepare me for exclusive is that I was always hydrated. I took a lot of dates, I took a lot of iron and the rest. And also I didn't take blood. I did not have to buy parts of blood because I I increased my blood level. There were some constants. There was one tea that my mom used to bring for me, and then she cooks it for me. I drink it. I ate well. For example, take it from me. I'm a chef. I work in the hospital. I cook for patients. I'll tell you that you can actually prepare your body to serve you in the future. The preparedness of your body is going to help you when your baby comes. You can have supply. By the time it was Tuesday morning, I didn't even know new moon. My clothes, I was on a gown. We went to do some clearing and checking, and then I was using it as an exercise, and I wanted to just get out of that space. My bra was already wet. It was soaky. That was how much engorged my breast was. And till now, my baby is almost one in some days. He's one in some days. He cannot suckle the two breasts at once. He can't. By the time he's done suckling from the first breast, he can't survive the second one. That is how that is how my supply was. I was able to do exclusive with him. I did not starch because it did not take anything from the freezer. I would come home from work, my break time, I'll come and drop another one. I used to carry my pump with me to work. I'll pump while at work, I'll bring it. When I come, I breastfeeding, I drop the one I have pumped in the bottle, and then by the time I'm coming back in the evening, I'm coming to come and breastfeeding. My mom had to beg, even my husband begged me that please, you know what, be fast with this exclusive so that you'll be able to eat. And that is one of the achievements for me because even after my exclusive with my baby was able to eat normal food. My baby eats anything. He's not selective. Anything. I think he selects one thing. He doesn't like the smell of Titus. I've tried it several times. It doesn't like Titus. Even if it is the water from the fish that you used to cook for him, he won't eat it. But you see, beef, chicken, any other fish, my baby is game, turkey, mention anything, give him anything in this wild world. He struggles a little bit with Tom Brown. I did Tom Brown for him. He's not a fan of it. But you see, my fortified pap, absolutely, he takes it. So many people kept on asking me, how did you do it? Your baby is fast, it's chubby. I give him good food. And I avoided store-bought stuff. I was creating his food by myself. I took that upon myself to create his food for me. I know that he's getting all the nutrients he needs to get. I'm already deviating. By day 20, they removed the pin, but I developed a little bit of infection at a very tiny place, and that is why that part of my incision is the only one that has a toughened surface. But they were able to fight it with some little bit. There's one blue chalk that they were just putting in it to say it was dissolving into it. I ate a lot of vegetables. There was no day that went by without me eating vegetable. Because as a CS mom, you can't you can't be stooling, you can't be doing number two and be struggling with feces. You can't struggle to poo. That's the best word. Because you can't put pressure on the incision so that it doesn't open up, so that inside will not be bleeding. I took a lot of vegetable every day. It can be morning, afternoon, and night. It was not like constant 3 times a day, but every single day I used to take vegetable. I take a lot of water, like a lot of water. I'm not a fan of tea. They bought tea for me. I stopped on second month. I don't like tea, but you see pap, I do well with pap. So I took a lot of pap. I took a lot of water. I took oats, proteins, a lot of that, and I gave myself grace. But like I said earlier, my pregnancy was a strenuous one, so I took my time. I did 4 months, 4 months maternity leave before I resumed back. I don't go out. I'm indoors. God blessed me with my two moms, my husband's mom, my mom. They were with me. I don't do much. Don't go and kill yourself. You are not El Shaddai and you are not the Almighty. Be good enough to decline when you don't have the strength to do something. You will not die. Humbly. It will wait, but your health is very, very important.